So, dear friends, let's begin with the story because medicine is not about numbers or scans, it is about human beings and their lives. And courage to hope, even when it seems daunting, unreasonable, to hang by that feeble thread of pulse and respiration. A young boy was brought to me, deeply comatose, on ventilator, his body ravaged by seizures. We tried all sorts of medications, antibiotics, antivirals, steroids, immunomodulators, anti seizure medicines. But despite 10 days of medication, the boy remained comatose. No limb movement, no eye movement, almost nothing. Desperate, the family sought many opinions, and most doctors said the boy is unlikely to live. The family confronted me. I said, but we must fight. The family had one blunt and honest question. When every other doctor believes that the boy is unlikely to survive, why should we trust you? I said, despite 10 days of disease, his brain scan is still normal. There is no sign of damage, and I do not see why this boy must die. The family chose to hope. The family chose to fight. Next 10 days, despite intensive treatment, the boy was still on ventilator, still comatose, no sign of movement, nothing, almost nothing. But the MRI scan was still normal. Our ray of hope was sustained. At day 30, the seizures had gone on. The boy was still comatose, on ventilator, no sign of movement, almost nothing. But by now, the seizures had almost also become nothing, and our ray of hope was sustaining. After our travel through a deep, dark dungeon of 42 days, Mother Nature smiled, and the boy opened his eyes. There was a ray of new life. After 3 months, the boy went off ventilator, went home walking, finished his college, and today he lives like a normal human being, albeit on some medication. So, was it supernatural? Was it a miracle? No. It was our trust in the resilience of human body and nature's ability to heal that brought the boy home. Because the human body is scientifically most advanced, the most intricate, aesthetically the most beautiful system that exists in the universe, which has extraordinary reserve. And this is the reserve that we must tap into to treat people. The example of the reserve in neuroscience is what we call as neuroplasticity. When somebody has a stroke, each minute 2 million neurons will die. But despite that, after hours, we recover from paralysis. We get our memory back. We get our speech back. How? The body has 86 billion neurons and 1 quadrillion synapses, some of them lying dormant. When this happens, these dormant neurons stand up. They get counted. They rework, they rewire, they reorganize, and they claim the lost body function. You would be surprised to know that 70% of specific cells get lost before you get Parkinson's disease, or 70% cells, their function gets lost before you lose cognition in Alzheimer's disease, which means something profound is happening. And that is our window of opportunity to prevent disease and to heal. This does not happen only in neuroscience. There are people walking on streets with 15% of their hearts functioning. There are people leading normal lives with 20% of their kidneys working. How? Because the body recalibrates, the body finds a new rhythm. the body creates a new normal. And that is where we must align our therapeutics, our medical science too, to align to body's own rhythms. I will tell you another story. 6 summers ago, my friend's mother fell ill. She had a long standing respiratory illness. Her body was exhausted, her mind was tired. After 20 days, she was discharged from a large hospital with the idea that she is unlikely to survive. My friend took many medical opinions, and everybody said, prepare to let her go. My friend was not ready to let her go. She asked me the same blunt question, must she die? And I said again, I don't see any irreversible damage in her reports. So we can choose to hope. We can choose to fight. And we chose to hope and we chose to fight. For 3 months, my friend became a nurse, a caretaker, a daughter. She collected her data morning to evening, day after day, night after night, measuring pulse, BP, oxygen. Her oxygen tripped. Her pulse fell to 40. Her BP shot down to 80. We lunged between hope and despair. Every day we change her medication, not to combat nature, but to align with other rhythms, to listen to her body and try to help it recover. And slowly, something beautiful happened. Her hemoglobin rose, her albumin returned, her electrolytes stabilized. Body moved from destruction to construction, from catabolism to anabolism. Suddenly, her body had recovered her rhythm to heal itself. Is this magic? No. It is our belief in human body's resilience and its ability to heal itself and align our treatments to help the human body recover. Can it happen every time? No. It happens almost 10% of times. But those 10 lives saved from zero hope are really meaningful. They are almost invaluable. Because of my experiences, my philosophy as a physician has changed. I am drawn to cases that are difficult and hopeless because they do not require knowledge alone, they require innovation. They require patience and they require humility. It is when we are able to align ourselves to body's rhythms and tweak our modern medicine, our therapeutics to address those rhythms, magic happens in medication. There are guidelines and there is evidence. But unfortunately, on this not often tread path, where guidelines are not there, we must respect and find our ways in the uniqueness of human body. And its messages should have become our roadmap, our guide wires. Statistics are very important, but they apply to populations and not to individuals. And sometimes in strict medical algorithms, beautiful possibilities are lost. Choosing this path requires courage, both at the part of patient and at the part of doctor. But courage has always been the cornerstone of any progress, not alone medicine, but leadership, creativity, life itself. So we choose to align our treatments to body's rhythm, body's physiology, the natural history of disease, and nature's intent. And when you do this, something important happens. The body heals, and harmony is restored, and you find your true essence as a physician. Thank you.